Toast.
Service with a smile.
Ignore her. You've got better things to worry about.
Yeah, don't remind me. I mean, I feel guilty sat here eating toast while Max is banged up.
Yeah, well, you should have ordered porridge in sympathy. It was a joke.
Yo, it's not funny. Especially not now.
What's happened?
Oh, no, I just got an email from Max's solicitor. Apparently they're escalating his charge to encouragement of terrorism.
Well, what does that mean?
No idea. But I bet you it carries a longer sentence. I mean, he's not even a terrorist.
I hear you. Anyone can take the wrong path.
Yes, like you did when you drove into a low-level multi-story with a roof box on your car.
Destroying it in the process, don't remind me.
How'd you manage that?
Oh, I just forgot it was there. But like I was saying, a bad decision doesn't make you a bad person.
You should tell Shona you need her here.
What, so she can have no sleep and all? What's point in that?
You mightn't feel as isolated.
No, fine. I need a bit, don't I, for Max?
Yeah, I've managed to rearrange your appointments for this afternoon.
Oh, cheers.
No worries. You need to prepare for the hearing, don't you?
Yeah, listen, thanks for arranging all this, Maria. Especially given, you know, what might have happened.
Yeah, well, I'd be lying if I said that I've got any sympathy for Max, but none of this is down to you, so...
When it's your kids, you feel things much more deeply than you would if you were going through it yourself. Believe me, I know. Anyway, I better get going.
See ya.
See ya.
I'm seeing I've got a chance at getting him off.
Is that the right thing, though?
Well, yeah. Mum, he was groomed. And the facts speak for themselves. He was a victim. It's exactly like what Alia was.
Alia was stabbed. She looked very upset when I saw her earlier. I mean, she needs to know she's got some kind of justice.
Yeah, and she'll get it, won't she, when Griff Reynolds goes down for it? He was the one who masterminded the whole thing, Mum, and Max is going to make sure they put him away.
I'm sure we'll get the right outcome for everybody, David.
Well, yeah, hopefully. But, see, this brief, she's not cheap, all right? And I can't really afford the fees at the minute, so I wondered if I could borrow some.
I'm sorry, David. Ordinarily, I would help, but I'm just not sure this is the right thing to do. If Max gets off, I want it to be because the facts really do speak for themselves, not because some fancy lawyer twists them.
Your mum makes a good point.
You don't know, Max. I do. And you do too, Gran. Please, I mean, you're my last hope, please. Max, he needs his help. He needs your help.
Oh, dear, Dave. I don't know what to do. I certainly don't want to see him going to one of these Borstal places, thank you.
Well, exactly. He wouldn't survive it, Gran. You know he wouldn't.
Maybe I could have another go at releasing the equity on the house. Grasp me a train.
Maybe, but it's quite a drawn-out, complicated process.
Yeah, well, it don't need to be, does it? People do it all the time. Honestly, Grant, thank you. I mean, this is going to make all the difference, all right? To me and Max.
Okay. Bless you.
Encouragement of terrorism is a serious charge. It can be very expensive to defend, especially if there are appeals.
Yes, I know that. But you heard David. Max is being manipulated by this Griff fellow.
I'm inclined to think he would say that, wouldn't he?
So you don't think it's true?
Well, no one wants to think the worst of their child. Not that Max is a child. Not really. He's 16 and smart enough to put together a very impressive propaganda package.
What are you trying to say?
Look, of course it's your instinct to help. It's mine. He's my nephew. The fact is, Max has been getting into trouble for a long time, from what I've heard, and on each occasion, David or the family bailed him out, and then he just moved on to his next mistake. He didn't learn anything, and that's how we got here.
So, you don't think that I should lend David the money?
I just think it wouldn't be such a bad thing if Max had to face up to the consequences for some of his actions. Now, it might even be the wake-up call that prevents him from doing something even worse.
I was just going to Max's hearing now, and Harriet's going to be there, so I'll get some ballpark figures about how much she's going to be, and then I'll know exactly what I need to borrow.
That's what I wanted to talk about. I can't loan you the money, David.
What? You agreed?
I said I'd consider it, and I have considered it. But I don't think it's going to be in Max's best interests if we get him off the hook again.
But you can't think he'd be better off in a secure training centre.
Well, maybe it's the shock he needs. Maybe it'll give him time to think about what he did.
That's rubbish.
You need to calm down, David.
You need to stay out of this, or is it too late for that? You know, I might have known, Gran, you agreed to lend me some money, and then he goes to work on you.
Of course I spoke with Stephen. But this is my decision, David, mine.
Yeah, and the only one you could make. Whether you like it or not, David, that boy needs to learn the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah, and you need to learn to keep your nose out of other people's business.
David, let him go.
What are you doing?
Stop!
Listen to your mother!
Oh, enough!
Sometimes I think this family makes the Jerry Springer Show look like Little House on the Prairie!
Shut up!
I said enough!
Oh, are you all right, Stephen?
I'll let you know once I've visited my chiropractor.
Every single one of you has turned your backs on Max. Do you know that?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, David.
Do you know, I was just about to give you that loan. But after this little performance, I think the pair of you need to understand that actions have consequences.
That's great, that girl. Really helpful, thanks.
Where are you going now?
The hearing.
Wait,
What?
do you want me to come with you?
As if.
Well, after everything that's happened, I still care about him.
We all do, David.
Do you? Well, keep telling yourselves that, and maybe one day you might actually believe it.